Hey, what's up guys? Tougie here, I'm back again. Super quick video today. Wanted to talk about some hockey related things that I've been a little bit long overdue to talk about. I meant to have this video up yesterday. If you watched the Dallas one and done, you would have heard me talk about this, but ultimately I didn't end up making the video. That said, there's no better time to. Bob McKenzie just dropped the Twitter bomb here that apparently there are trade rumors regarding Jack Eichel. Now, I'll say this, and I've said it on Twitter, I've said it on a couple of different platforms, Discord, Twitch, whatever, that I don't really buy into trade rumors or like, oh, where's this free agent going to sign? I'm not saying it's not fun, but I just don't often buy into it. It's just, for me, it's just a waste of energy. Like, oh, Jack Eichel making trade to New York. What would the trade look like? Like, yeah, that can be fun. I just don't often partake. And look, there are a lot of swirling rumors right now because, yeah, we fully expect this offseason, the second. Hell, it's happened before Dallas and Tampa has even ended. I mean, hell, Kasperi Kapanen was traded and people lost their minds a couple weeks ago. There's too much going on to focus on. Jack Eichel might be traded. There's the Patrick Laine rumors again. Is Torrey Krug, will his rights be traded away to Detroit? Is something crazy going to happen there? What's going to happen with Alex Pietrangelo? There's just so much going on that I just don't have the time and energy. So for anyone who was wondering my thoughts of like, oh, what do you think an Eichel return could be? I don't know. I don't. I genuinely don't. And if Buffalo is looking at trading Jack Eichel, move that franchise to QC or Kansas City and put that team out of their misery, that fan base out of their misery. That said, what I do like talking about things that have actually been done, right? So there have been certain signings. People have been like, hey, what are your opinion? The big one, I would say, although Robert Haig just, holy hell. Okay, never mind. I saw total value. I'm like, okay, Robert Haig. 1.6 million for Haig's not bad. The big signing here, of course, there have been quite a few, I would say. I've given my thoughts on the Jared McCann signing, but the big contract that people wanted my opinion on was the Jeff Petrie contract. And, he's 32 now. He's turning 33 in December. He has 1 year left on this particular contract, and then the 4-year extension kicks in. Jeff Petrie is a pretty damn good defenseman. A contract like this, how good is he going to be at the end of his 30s? Are you going to regret paying Jeff Petrie $625 for the last year of the deal? The last 2 years? Could even be the last 3 years. It's tough to say. So, in terms of the cap hit, does Jeff Petrie deserve a raise? Probably. If you're Montreal, you're going to have to pay him more, certainly. But obviously, the big thing about this contract is just how much is it going to hurt them down the road. But when you look at Montreal, and again, I gave the Habs quite a bit of flack over the Edmundson signing because I don't think Edmundson's worth $3.5 million a season at all. I like the Petrie deal quite a bit more, obviously. So they did well in terms of the cap hit on that particular trade. The Edmundson deal, I wanted to talk about the Ottawa Senators as well. Of course, they bought out Bobby Ryan, which was the right move to make. Not that Bobby Ryan's not still an NHL player, but money-wise, it made all the sense in the world for the Sens to let him go. So we'll see where Bobby Ryan ends up on a significantly cheaper contract. And obviously, if you're the Sens, you're going to have a ton of cap space to work with. And, excuse me, if you look at the upcoming draft, good God, this stockpile of picks. For as much as we ripped apart Pierre Dorion when Erik Karlsson was traded, you look at what's happened since, and you can't help but think maybe there's a little bit less meddling from Eugene, and maybe it's unfair to Eugene Melnyk to say any bad decision is him and any good decision is Pierre Dorion, but regardless, the Sens are set up very, very well right now. And the new logo is the old logo, and I like this logo significantly better, by the way, than the other one. So, yeah, there's that. And then, of course, we had some trades. I am finding out about this trade right now. I had no idea that happened today. Brandon Peary, who it doesn't look like either of these two are under contract right now. No, look at that. Brandon Peary is under contract for next year. Okay, that's not too bad. and then Dylan Sikora also under contract. That's not too bad of a deal. The Mark Stahl trade, I will say this, of course I was asked about this a lot. It's worth it. It's a good deal for both teams. For New York, future considerations will never be anything, and you get Mark Stahl's contract off the books for the last year. And for Detroit, you get a free second-round pick for taking on cap that you can afford to take on for the rest of the season. So it's a pretty good deal. And then for Florida, you're going to hear the dog in the background. That's just one of these things. And then for Florida, the Hornqvist deal, there she is. For the Hornqvist deal, I do like that particular move for Florida. Whether or not Hornqvist is washed up, tough to say. But for Pittsburgh, the big thing was like, oh, Michael Matheson. And I want to say, too, the Steve Dangle podcast talked about it a lot. There is a thought that one Michael Matheson is more of a forward than a defenseman. And if that's true, this deal might not actually be that bad. And if it isn't, it's going to look kind of rough. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens. I think I talked about the Eric Stahl trade already. So if I missed anything, let me know. Like I said, super quick video, just kind of talking about some of the things going on and why you probably won't see any videos of me being like, oh, well, there's a rumor this guy's going to get traded. Let me talk about it for 15 minutes. I'm not taking shots at people, people who do. By all means, feel free. I just don't find it as fun. But rest assured, if Jack Eichel gets traded, yeah, we'll be talking about it. And, God, the Sabres would be so stupid.